Hey y'all, it's Jamie back with another daily devotional verse of the day. Yesterday I posted Psalm 37, 1 and 2. Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Something I have dealt with all my life is jealousy. I've worked really hard on carving it out of my life, but I still struggle with it. Completely honest, I do. In fact, 2 months ago, Ben and I moved into a brand new apartment, this one. And it was not an easy process. We'd been traveling and we couldn't look at places until we got back, which meant we had to stay with friends until we found a place, but then we stayed with friends too long, or we felt like we did, and then who else can we stay with? But we've got Piper, so do their apartments allow dogs, and how long are we gonna spend there? And it was a lot. It was a lot. But we prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for some patience and knowledge to help guide us through and help us with a decision. Needless to say, it was a blessing when we got this place. It was everything we wanted, exactly where we wanted. We're living in a community of people that we know and love, and it was the exact place we wanted to be. So we moved in, and I was so happy. This apartment was better and bigger than what we had before. It was a step up for us. It was the next step. It felt right. I was content. I was at peace. And so we decided we were going to have a housewarming party and invite all of our friends over and have a good time, and everybody could see our new place. And we got ready to send out the invitations. And before we did, that same day, we got a text from a couple of our acquaintances inviting us to their housewarming party for their brand new $3.3 million house. Now, I'll tell you right now, this apartment is not $3.3 million. So I wanted to be happy for them. I really did. I wanted to celebrate in their success and be so happy for them, but that jealousy crept back up on me. And I found myself thinking, it's not fair. I'm never gonna have a house like that. They don't deserve all that they have. And I had to take a huge step back and really study and recenter myself. And this verse helped me with that. David actually wrote this psalm in his later years, passing on his wisdom. And I strongly encourage you guys to read this entire psalm. It is amazing. He tells us not to fret or be envious of evildoers, others, for they will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Now, David uses this imagery of a withering plant. Well, why is the plant dying? I don't know about you, but my knowledge of plants, they usually die when they don't get fed and watered. And that's exactly what David is saying. It doesn't matter what they have or what we have. What matters is that we are taking care of our relationship with God. We are watering and feeding our little seedlings, our little plants inside of us. God gives us life. He gives us a purpose. He gives us joy, wisdom, and strength. And those that don't know God, but have everything, they don't have that relationship with God. They don't get to experience that joy and wisdom and strength that God gives us. And that doesn't make me jealous when I think about that. It makes me sad. And then that sadness turns into compassion and a purpose, because I know God has put me here to spread his word. So I want you guys to focus on the next time you see someone with something you don't have, whether it's good grades, whether it's the newest video game, whether it's a boyfriend or girlfriend. Really think on this verse, this psalm that David wrote. It's not about what we have. It's about our relationship with God, and that gives us joy. In fact, Matthew 6:19 through 21, Jesus reminds us about this. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. All right, you guys, I'm going to pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for your guidance and your knowledge and wisdom you're passing on to us through the Bible, through Jesus, through the gospel, Lord, and through Psalms like David wrote here. Lord, please help us understand that those out in the world that don't know you, that do have more or a greater volume or of whatever we think we want, we should not be jealous. We shouldn't be envious of that, because what we do have is you, and you provide us that strength. Please help us remember that. Lord, I pray you can help guide us along our path and help us stay centered on you and your word and your goodness, your joy. And Lord, I pray for everyone out there dealing with this pandemic right now, Lord. Give us all strength and courage and knowledge. In your name I pray. Amen. All right, you guys. I'll catch you next time.